back at you with another video from 80s Nut.
So what do I have for you today? Today I have the RQ SW77 from Panasonic, made in Japan. This is a great unit. Actually, it's a wonderful unit. It was in the competition, and it wasn't just in the competition, it was in the competition to win it. They truly were competing. It was the Walkman and portable cassette wars that were going on, and this was proof that they were able to compete against the Sony Walkmans, the Toshiba, Sharps, pretty much everything that was out there. This was able to compete with them. This is from a series that did not do well at all for Panasonic, from the Shockwave series. Nonetheless, this was right at the end when they gave it everything they got. The Shockwave series wasn't marketed well, and it actually, for most part, most people did not think that they were good-looking units. This one, however, what they did is they actually made it a heck of a lot smaller than what the Shockwave series typically are. They're very large, brick-size units. At a time where everyone was making their units more compact, they chose to make them larger, because larger meant that they were going to save more money technology-wise. Now, this unit here has a little bit of everything, and it's also, if you obviously haven't noticed, the rare purple/pink color. So it's a rather difficult unit to come by, when most of them were blue. And in fact, their biggest sellers were silver or blue from the Shockwave series. Now, this one is different because they went ahead and they actually combined a number of different things, but it does have the front door is aluminum. It's anodized in the pink/purple color, and it has a machined Panasonic logo there. The bezel is also machined, but it's been polished. The side view has a large locking mechanism, and that locks the cassette door. That's opened, and what do we see? We see an absolutely beautiful cassette housing there. They emphasize to make sure not to put the cassette in the wrong direction, because this was a huge issue that they had with these units. The very flimsy steel pieces that were in here would be the track that you're actually sliding your cassette into. They had thousands of these units come back under return or return warranty because the cassette was inserted incorrectly. Even though it was in the right direction, it wasn't inserted into the grooves of the cassette holder, and you would just tweak these metals out. It's very easy. They're very thin, and they're very delicate. It's very simple to damage them, tweak them out, bend them, and then trying to bend them back just causes the cassette to not work correctly when it's in play mode. So that was a issue they had with that. But this was at a time that most manufacturers were producing very delicate and innovative technology units. It was a time where they didn't think so much of the end user's capabilities, to say that nicely. So some people were not as savvy as others, and were not able to use the units as they were intended, and they were breaking them. So this one here, back, let's go ahead and take the belt clip off, because you'll notice that you really can't control this unit because all of the buttons are behind the belt clip. Before I show you what I'm talking about with the buttons behind the belt clip, this unit came with a remote control that had a out or input jack for your headphones, which would be the output for the headphones. The unit is actually a backlit LCD remote control that has pretty much every feature you can think of, from your volume control to forward rewind, and your auto reverse feature. Let's put this aside. There's a small lock here that you slide out, and that would be able to remove the belt clip. Back, this is what you're traditionally used to seeing with their high-end units, for what they called feather touch controls, and that would be able to control your forward rewind and your play direction, which is your auto reverse stop. And On the bottom here, this has a little door to be able to put your gumstick battery in there. And the gumstick batteries at the time were pretty much universal on all the high-end portable units. From pretty much every manufacturer was producing units with the gumstick battery. So they were pretty standard at that point. The top gives you the headphone jack / remote control, which has a standard headphone jack, but then it also has a section to be able to put your remote control there. And it has your hold. The hold is so if you're running or you have it in your pocket, basically none of these buttons would work. And that's what the hold is for. It's similar to what you would see on pretty much all of the Discman. Hold would bypass all of the controls. So that way you don't end up hitting them while you're running. The bottom has a jack for the AC adapter, which is right there. And also that same jack works for a, I don't have it for this unit, but works for a battery adapter. You see that little tiny screw, threaded screw hole there? That would be for a battery adapter that would attach here, and the contacts would still be the same contacts that you would have for the AC adapter. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this unit. It's a darn good looking unit, and truly, if you guys end up finding this unit for sale somewhere, I'd say jump on it. Sound wise, excellent. If you use it as it's intended to be used, it is an excellent compact unit that does the job and sounds amazing. Until next time, 80s Nut, out.